What's up, guys? Wow, it's kind of crazy angle, very golden. Um, so I wanted to make a little video before I go to sleep here and talk about some of the thoughts I was having um, on a very impactful run I went on. And a lot of times when I run, I just listen to music and kind of not zone out, but just feel the vibration change. But this time, I really wrote like almost like a manifesto of sorts. It wasn't for content, like it wasn't anything. It was just, purely personal, right? And the big thing in there was that it's not something that's like, wow, crazy realization. It's more just like the way it hit me. Everything is energy, right? And, I was going through a time where even with all the things I'm very grateful for and, the life I'm very happy to have found, right? Um, there's still, this feeling of waking up and kind of like having to refine that passion or try to find that passion each day and almost like battling meaninglessness. And I just realized very simply that I can have all the same problems. I can have all the external can still be the same. The things you can't change, the big dilemmas in your life, the confusion, stuff, things you're sad about, whatever. All that can stay the same, but by changing your energy, whether it's through running, going on a walk, doing some meditation, breathing, whatever, like people do affirmations, people have different creative outlets to connect with themselves, right? And I just thought about it. I was like, perhaps the point of days is just solely to build that vibration, and less of a focus on this constant doing, wake up. And, obviously there's days where, everyone's situation is different, right? But for me, it's like, there's days where I gotta wake up, get to work right away. But I was just thinking about each day as its own lifetime, which I've said a lot, right? And just how some days, basically like the more consistent I can be, the more days out of 10, let's say, that I can get my energy up in some way. It won't be the same every day, right? And there'll be different astrology and different stuff going on, which different turbulence, right? In different days. But I think that is like a big game changer. And it's funny how we can have these realizations that don't, they're not necessarily like the most profound, deep thing. Like it's not like something you've never thought before, but if you think about it in a certain state, and you kind of just make this big, like, it's like something you feel in your body, this promise to yourself, like, damn, I'm going to do this, like it's almost like the answer is there, right? And now it's like, okay, just need to do it, just need to understand that it's not the destination, it's the journey, as people say, right? And it's about, I know for me that if each day I wake up and I understand that it's going to be a battle some days, it's going to be difficult on some days to find that, but that if I do certain things, right, I will get, and if I do certain things, if I don't do certain things, right, like it's like I always call it energetic, what do I call it? Energetic, like responsibility, right? Like for example, if I drink a bunch of caffeine, a ton of caffeine, I'm going to be nervous towards the end of the day, right? Or not even towards the end of the day, really quickly. If I just sit around or like, like don't do anything, which happens, right? I can't just expect myself to just get into this high vibration. And I sort of realized, I was like, damn, I got to commit to this. And what that means is that, some days it's going to be the workout. Some days it's going to be just sitting, meditating, breathing, whatever kind of intuitive breath work. Some days it's going to be, going on a, long walk outside, um, getting vitamin D, all that stuff, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this big, like this realization was just, it's even realization, just like kind of understanding, like, all right, everything in my life has led up to now, and I have everything that I've learned, all the experiences that I can use each day to, I don't want to say battle, but to help me achieve success, whatever that means, right? To help me basically be in the highest vibration possible, because it's like, and speaking for myself, but just in general, like if you can get to your highest vibration, or a pretty high vibration, things just, so like, video cut off, but yeah, so like I had the same set of problems before and after the run, right? But somehow after and during, right? It's not just, it's about mindfulness as well. Things started to make more sense, right? All the things that were super confusing before suddenly became less confusing. And I was able to, see reality in a more clear way, understand, be able to really look at a problem or a situation that maybe in a certain state I wasn't able to figure out, right? And see it for what it is, and understand, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the truth, right? This is what's happening. And then being able to have more creative ways, ideas of handling it. So it's almost like, yeah, the way I see things is that everything will take care of itself naturally. You just have to put yourself in that state, and that means a lot of things, right? That means, for example, your environment, right? Figuring out what works for you. If you're someone that needs a lot of alone time, right? Or just like the people that you're around and the environment you're around, right? Understanding your needs, right? Like for me, for example, it's like hermit, and also, social, Sag Moon. I need travel. I need different cultures. I need novelty. I need space away from what I know in order to understand it better, right? To be able to have that perspective and realize what I have. So it's like when you learn these things about yourself, and we're all different at an individual level, right? After that, it's just about that earth energy, which is that, that consistency, that ability to just not make excuses and know, like, all right, like I have two choices here: either do or don't do. And with all that said, also understanding perfectionism, and understanding that, there's days where it won't be easy, and we all have that. But it's about having compassion for yourself when you have those days, right? Or when you have those moods, or whatever. Even, days is big, like, because you can sit through a crazy energetic time where you're like, your mind might be saying, oh, I'm this or I'm that. But I always say, wait 15 minutes, or just do something that changes your internal energy, and then come back to this problem or this dilemma or whatever, and then see what it is. Because, like, I feel like our minds sometimes are so focused on figure it out, right? And you can just ruminate on something. I feel like that's how it is with therapy with some people, right? It's like, just talk about the same thing over and over. But if you went on a hike and didn't think about it, and just sort of took your mind off it and then come back to it in a different state, then everything starts to make sense. And you realize at the end, everything was the same before and after whatever you did to change your energy. The external, everything external was the same, but you've changed yourself, and by you changing yourself, you're you made it. You're literally changing. You're manifesting. You're making it possible for you to truly find the best solutions for everything, for true inspiration, for true creativity to really come through. Creativity to, if your goal is, I'd say one of my main goals is to not live in ignorance, right? To not have regret in the sense of like I'm looking back at how I was thinking or how I was acting at a certain time and being like, wow, that was based in ego, that was based in fear, that was based in, something that's not the truth, that's not divine, that's not love, right? So yeah, just wanted to share that. I wasn't planning on really making a video about this, but you know, there's, like I said, there's realizations, like we have them all the time, but sometimes they just come way stronger, and you just see exactly what you need to do. You just have it very clear. Like, if I do this, I'm not saying everything's gonna be perfect, but it's giving me the best odds for having things work out in the best way in all facets. So a lot more I could talk about that, but I want to just leave it there. And yeah, let me know what you guys think as usual. Got some more time here in California, going to Portland to see my friends Thursday, then back to California for a little bit, then South America. No idea, just a one-way ticket. Gonna be, exciting to be in a different kind of a place I've never been, different culture, all that, and just letting it happen. So much love to you guys, and I don't even know if I'll post this. We'll see. Obviously, if you're watching, I posted it, but much love, and yeah, if anyone takes anything from this, I'm very happy. All right.